Hey everybody, Alex Kazor, SteelersDepot.com back for another Pittsburgh Steelers analysis, previewing and predicting the Week 7 game between the two undefeated AFC teams, the Pittsburgh Steelers and Tennessee Titans. And quickly before we get into today's preview, I do want to give a shout out. We have a new graphic that you see on screen right now that I'll use as a substitute when I don't have any video footage immediately on hand for some of the especially post-game videos, but also some preview stuff like this. This comes courtesy of a YouTube channel named Video Wallpapers 4K. He offered this to me, I think, about a week ago and said I was free to use it, so I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I'll leave a link to his channel down in the description and a place where you can see this video as well. So just want to give a quick shout out and thank you to him. Alright, to the Titans game, and much like the Browns game, it is a battle of best on best. The Titans run game, of course, led by Derrick Henry, the best power back in football, against that stingy Pittsburgh Steelers defense, and particularly their front seven. And who's going to win that battle really determines who's going to win this game. And even a little broader than that, really maybe more specifically, it's a battle of what team deals with their ACL tear better. You know, Pittsburgh lost Devin Bush for the year with his ACL tear suffered against Cleveland, while the Titans are dealing with the loss of their stud left tackle Taylor Lewan, who also tore his ACL in last week's win over the Houston Texans. And Pittsburgh will be replacing Devin Bush with Robert Spillane. Mostly, we'll see exactly the divisional labor. Tomlin said Spillane won't play every single snap. We'll see if Marcus Allen, UG3. They run a 7 DB defense with Sean Davis. I don't know exactly how it's going to play out. And then for Tennessee, they'll have veteran Ty Sembrillo will be the left tackle there. And so that is a much more attractive matchup, of course, for Bud Dupree. But overall, I think the Steelers, until someone can prove, even as good as the Titans are running the football, until someone can prove they can actually run on this defense consistently, I have to side with the Pittsburgh Steelers and the job that this group has done against Cleveland last week. I know the Browns were without Nick Chubb, but they still just absolutely shut down the Browns' run game. They've made every single team one-dimensional this year, and especially with the loss of Lewan, I don't really love that Titans offensive line. There is some strength, there's some size up front, but they're not as strong as I thought they would be whenever I watched the tape. For the Titans passing game and just overall offense, I mean, statistically, they look really good. They're the second best scoring offense in football, over 32 points per game. They've scored 30 plus in 3 straight. They're efficient. They're really good on third down, red zone offense. They take care of the football. Only 3 giveaways the entire season. They're +6 in turnover differential. That's tied with, I believe, Seattle for the best in football. And Tannehill, their quarterback, of course, is playing really well. They have some definite weapons in the pass game. A.J. Brown, the receiver, who is going to play, has been dealing with a knee injury, but he is going to play this Sunday. He's the biggest threat, big X receiver that can get vertical or catch short and run long, but they got guys like Jonnu Smith and Ferkser and Adam Humphries, Khalif Raymond, a little speedy slot return guy that you got to worry about. So there are weapons here, but again, they're built through the run game, as you would expect with a Derrick Henry-led team, and I think Pittsburgh can handle them well enough. Defensively for the Titans, there are a lot of weaknesses here. There's some talent for sure, and I kind of equated them on the terrible podcast on Steelers Depot on Friday to a baseball team. They're really good down the middle in baseball, you know, catcher, a shortstop, a center fielder. With Tennessee, they got a good defensive tackle in Jeffrey Simmons, a really good inside linebacker, off-ball linebacker in Rashawn Evans, and a great safety in Kevin Byard. But there are a lot of question marks outside of that. They only have 7 sacks this season in 5 games. Only Simmons has more than 1. They've had some injuries at cornerback. We'll see if Adoree Jackson plays. If he doesn't, he's missed some time. That's going to be another ding in the secondary. And just statistically, they have not been that great. They've struggled against the run. Their defensive line are some bigger guys that two-gap and hold the point of attack decently, but they haven't really made a ton of plays. Again, the pressure's been there, but the sacks really have not. And they are literally football's worst defense, both on third down and in the red zone. And they play a lot of spot drop zone coverage, and they do drop 8 in the coverage fairly often to try to tighten up those windows. But I think Ben versus a spot drop zone defense, these receivers are going to get open. They're going to make plays. I think the run game for Pittsburgh with James Conner and company will be pretty good. Maybe not as good as it was last week, but probably pretty similar, to be honest with you. So Tennessee's defense, you know, both offenses here, Pittsburgh, Tennessee, are very good. I think Pittsburgh, though, has the clear advantage when it comes to their defense matched up versus the Titans' defense. So overall, my prediction for this game, and usually I'm very tepid and a bit cynical, you might have picked up on that, and think these games are going to be close, and I'm sure the one week I stick my neck out, I'm going to be wrong about this, but I have Pittsburgh winning this one relatively comfortably. 31-17 is my score prediction. I'm 4-1 on the season picked against Pittsburgh. Against Houston, I had Houston winning that one, so we'll see if I can keep my little streak going after picking them the last couple of weeks. But anyway, the reason why I'm picking Pittsburgh again, I think that they will be able to slow down and contain Tennessee's rushing attack and Derrick Henry enough. Henry's a really good back. I don't want to take away anything from him. I got a lot of respect for Henry and Mike Vrabel and company, and the run they're on right now is really remarkable. But man, Pittsburgh front seven, even without Devin Bush, is just a nasty physical group, and I think they're going to overwhelm that Titans offensive line. And you win the point of attack, even with a good back like Henry, it's going to be tough to make a lot of plays. And this is a team that's still built really needing to run the football effectively to win a game. So they can't pass the football, they certainly can, but they got to have that run game, and it's just not there. And defensively, the Titans are weaker. There are some definite spots to take advantage of. The pass rush has not been consistent enough. They're struggling in situational football, and just overall, this is a team that's now playing 3 games in 12 days because of all the missed time and games getting pushed around and things like that. So I commend them for winning these last couple of games under very difficult, unusual circumstances, but 3 games, 12 days, that third game against a very physical, tough Pittsburgh team. I know it's at home in Tennessee and Nashville, but I think Pittsburgh's going to win this one and go to 6-0 on the season. So that's my thoughts on the game. Let me know your thoughts on this game. Do you agree with me that the Steelers will win? Do you agree that they will win by multiple scores? If not, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will talk to you soon.